Imagine you're in a heated argument. Your face is red, your fists are clenched, and you're about to say something you might regret. But wait, what if I told you that staying silent could be your secret weapon? That's right. We're talking about the superpower of silence. And today, we're diving into the ancient wisdom of Stoicism to learn how keeping quiet can make you stronger, calmer, and even more successful. But before we jump in, I want you to do something for me. Think about the last time you wish you'd kept your mouth shut. Got it? Great. Hold on to that thought. We'll come back to it later. Now, are you ready to discover how silence can be your secret weapon? Let's go. Number 1, when someone's criticizing you unfairly. We've all been there. Your boss, your friend, or maybe even a stranger is laying into you for something that's not your fault. Your first instinct? Defend yourself, right? But here's where the Stoics would say, hold up. There's a Stoic guy named Marcus Aurelius. He was a Roman emperor, but he was also a deep thinker. He said something pretty cool. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. In plain English, it's not the criticism that hurts, it's how we react to it. And guess what? We can change that reaction. So, next time someone's unfairly criticizing you, try this. Take a deep breath. Count to 5 in your head. Ask yourself, is responding right now going to help or hurt? Often, you'll find that staying quiet is your best move. It gives you time to think and respond thoughtfully later if needed. But what if the person isn't criticizing you? What if they're driving you crazy by bragging? Stick around to find out how silence can be your secret weapon against show-offs. Number 2, when someone's bragging. Picture this. You're at a party and someone won't shut up about their new car, amazing job, or perfect life. Annoying, right? Your first thought might be to jump in with your own accomplishments. But what if I told you that staying quiet could actually make you look even better? Let's try something. Think of the last time someone was bragging to you. How did it make you feel? If you felt annoyed, give me a thumbs up. If you felt the need to compete, give me a thumbs down. Now, here's a tip from a guy named Zeno, who started this whole Stoicism thing. He said, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we say. Smart guy, right? Next time someone's showing off, try this. Listen carefully. You might learn something useful. Smile and nod. If you want, give them a genuine compliment. Then, change the subject to something more interesting. Trust me, people will notice your confidence and cool. Speaking of keeping cool, what about those times when you're so angry you could explode? Stick around to learn how silence can be your anger management superpower. Number 3, when you're really, really angry. We've all been there. Someone does something that makes your blood boil. You want to yell, scream, maybe throw something. But here's a secret. Silence can be your best friend when you're angry. Let's do a quick experiment. Think of something that makes you angry. Feel that tension in your body? Now, take a deep breath and let it out slowly. Feel any different? That's the power of a pause. A Stoic guy named Seneca said, the greatest remedy for anger is delay. In other words, when you're angry, hit the pause button. Here's a simple trick for the next time you're fuming. Close your mouth. Take 3 deep breaths. Ask yourself, will saying something right now make things better or worse? Often, you'll find that staying quiet helps you calm down and think more clearly. But what if it's not anger you're dealing with? What if it's lies being spread about you? Don't go anywhere. We're about to dive into how silence can be your shield against rumors. Number 4, when there are rumors about you. Imagine this. You hear people are spreading false rumors about you. Your first thought? I need to tell everyone it's not true. But hold on. Sometimes silence can be your best defense. Quick question. Have you ever tried to defend yourself against a rumor only to make things worse? If yes, type in there in the comments. Here's some wisdom from a Stoic named Epictetus. If you hear that someone is speaking ill of you, instead of trying to defend yourself, you should say, he obviously does not know me very well, since there are so many other faults he could have mentioned. Okay, that's pretty funny. But the point is, Sometimes it's best not to engage with rumors at all. Try this next time you hear a rumor about you. Take a deep breath. Remind yourself, what others think of me is not in my control. Focus on being the best version of yourself. Often, false rumors die out on their own when you don't feed them with attention. But what about those times when you're not dealing with rumors, but with real loss? Stay with me to learn how silence can help you through the toughest times. Number 5, when you're dealing with loss. Loss is hard. Whether it's a person, a job, or a dream, it hurts. And often, we struggle to find the right words. But here's the thing. Sometimes, silence is the most powerful response to loss. Let's take a moment of silence right now. Close your eyes if you're comfortable. Think about something you've lost. Feel those emotions. Now open your eyes. Sometimes silence allows us to feel and heal in ways words can't. Marcus Aurelius, who dealt with a lot of loss in his life, said, "Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight." This doesn't mean loss doesn't hurt, but it reminds us that change, even painful change, is part of life. When you're dealing with loss, try this. Allow yourself to be silent. Feel your emotions without judging them. Remember, it's okay not to have the right words. Silence gives us space to grieve, reflect, and start healing. But what about those times when you're not dealing with loss, but with someone who's just plain wrong? Stick around to learn how silence can be your ally against ignorance. Number 6, when someone's being ignorant. We've all met that person, the one who's totally confident about something that's completely wrong. Your first thought? I need to correct them. But hold on. Sometimes silence can be more powerful than any argument. Think of a time when you knew someone was wrong, but arguing didn't help. Nod your head if you've been there. Epictetus, another wise Stoic, said, "If anyone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses about what is said of you, but answer, 'He was ignorant of my other faults, else he would not have mentioned these alone.'" In simpler terms, don't waste energy arguing with ignorance. Next time someone's confidently incorrect, try this. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, is correcting them really necessary? If you do respond, ask questions instead of making statements. Often, silence or thoughtful questions can be more effective than direct confrontation. Speaking of confrontation, what about those times when you're faced with real injustice? Don't go anywhere. We're about to explore how strategic silence can help you fight unfairness. Number 7, when you see injustice. Seeing something unfair happen can make you want to shout from the rooftops. But sometimes, a moment of silence can lead to more effective action. Think of a time you witnessed injustice. How did you respond? Did it help? Take a moment to reflect. Marcus Aurelius had some thoughts on this. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. This doesn't mean ignoring injustice. It means responding in a way that doesn't lower you to the level of the unjust. When you see injustice, try this. Stay calm and observe carefully. Document what's happening if it's safe to do so. Think about the most effective way to address the issue. Sometimes, immediate action is needed, but often, a thoughtful, strategic response is more powerful than an impulsive reaction. But what about those times when the injustice is personal? When someone insults you directly? Stay tuned for our final lesson on how silence can be your shield against verbal attacks. Number 8, when someone insults you. Ouch! Insults hurt. When someone says something mean, you might want to fire back with an even meaner comment. But guess what? Silence can actually be your strongest comeback. Let's try something. Think of a recent insult you received. How did you respond? Now, imagine responding with calm silence. How does that feel different? Epictetus, our Stoic friend, said, "If evil be spoken of you, and it be true, correct yourself. If it be a lie, laugh at it." In other words, if the insult is true, learn from it. If it's false, don't let it bother you. Next time someone insults you, try this. Take a deep breath. Remind yourself, their words don't define me. Respond with silence or a simple, calm statement. Remember, your worth isn't determined by what others say about you. Now, remember that situation I asked you to think about at the beginning? The one where you wish you'd kept quiet? How would using one of these silent strategies have changed things? Here's your challenge. This week, try using strategic silence in one of these situations. See how it feels. You might be surprised at how powerful it can be. Remember what Marcus Aurelius said. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Silence isn't about being passive. It's about choosing your responses wisely. It's about inner strength. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the power of silence. If you found this helpful, give the video a thumbs up, share it with a friend who could use some Stoic wisdom, and let me know in the comments which silent strategy you're going to try this week. Until next time, stay strong, stay silent when it matters, and keep growing.